Hi everyone. We're going to start this webinar in 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Scan, thank you very much to joining us today. And today our webinar is MineSec going to share about the SoftPOS Suite launch. So mainly to share about our new product, the SoftPOS Suite solution. Let me introduce myself. I'm Gary, and I'm the mindset of this regional sales manager to focus in GCNA. And also we have another sales manager in different region in Middle East and also Southeast Asia. So if you have any question, feel free to contact us and we try to give you more details and understand what your needs. Okay. So today, in this 30 minutes, we have two parts. One is the share about the mindset and also the pain point and also the SoftPOS view. So and also the other part is about the solution, what our solution feature and overview. Okay. So first about mindset. MineSec is a Singapore technology provider. We incorporate in 2020, and also our vision and mission is to enable our partner and also our customer, like hardware manufacturer, solution provider, payment gateway, or PayFab, to jumpstart the SoftPOS technology. And also we understand the pain point of the SoftPOS technology and also try to being simple, flexible, and innovation for the SoftPOS technology. So hope our customer can get the SoftPOS easier to get for the business. What I mentioned, MineSec is a young company, around 3 years. So what we incorporate in Singapore in 2020 of May, and also our first product is our SDK model of the solution in 2020 Q4. And in 3 years, we have our first commercial customer in Hong Kong, and also we get all the certification with PCI and also all the international scheme, including the PCI, CPOT, MPOT coming up, and also Visa, MasterCard, UnionPay, Discover, JCB, and also the Amex. We have the only one SoftPOS vendor can support all the international scheme now. And nowadays, here is talking about the 18, but coming up with around 20 commercial projects. So over 20 country or region that's already using our technology and providing a SoftPOS technology in their market. So what is about the SoftPOS? SoftPOS actually is an application running on a course. What the course means, what maybe it's an Android mobile Huawei mobile or even a iOS iPhone. So using an application on the course or the mobile and using the NFC technology and also the internet to accept the continuous transaction. It mainly is changed as non-acceptance device to become an acceptance transaction device. So in the future, what we're going to be? So the future, what we think is the customer or the merchants, they would like to use any hardware that's going to get the SoftPOS application in any hardware they can use. So there is not only limit to any POS terminal, and also in any bank and acquirer. So for the PayFab, they would like to connect with different bank or acquirer because of the MDR or transaction fee, and also the industry, the limited. And also they would like to customize and localize. That means if you are a global company, you may need to localize if your support or application or even the payment solution in different region. For example, in Middle East or even in Japan, they have their localized or they're used to using the application or the payment system. And also in different business model, every company that you have your unique business model, how to customize the application, the payment solution. This is the main point how you present to your customer. And the last one of the omni payment, that means nowadays we not only provide the e-commerce or the online payment only, we can think about using a SoftPOS, also the same business model with your e-commerce to support your customer, and also using the offline payment. So all of these, you can think about the SoftPOS can support you to develop your future of the payment. So coming up for the new feature, if you are a PSP, you're acquirer, PayFab, or even a merchant service provider, we understand you would like to get a faster solution to go to the market, and also can simplify all the process and flexibility for your business to easier for your business. So what your pain point here for the SoftPOS? Here, what we've kind of three things. The first one is about the development cost. For the SoftPOS, it looks very easy. It's just an application, but what we see is very complicated on the cost, and also the development cost is very high. The reason is you need to develop your own kernel, you need to get the certification, and also the compliance for the security, PCI import, DLS, and PCI pin, and also the operation and the maintenance. And what we can do here is try to make the operation and the solution is more easy and simple for you and minimize the cost. The second one is about the knowledge. Support is something new in the payment industry. How you can integrate with your own system and knowledge, and how you can do the EMV transaction, PCI security, and also integrate using the ISO 8583 or others like XML and JSON. That's what we can help you to have the knowledge and share with you, have a successful launch in your region. The last one, how to make to go to the market in a short time period to capture the market. What we're going to share is our solution can help you to go to market in a short time of period and ready everything for you. So this three things you can consider. This is very typical what the customer or even the facing in the market. So next, let me share about our MineSec Suite solution. MineSec SoftPOS Suite is a total solution, or we call the ready-to-deploy solution. It is for acquiring PayFab or PSP. It is a very good best solution you can consider. There's no any development, no extra certification cost, and you can have a quick to market. Here you can see the architecture, the overview. The left-hand side, you can see a mobile, and on top of it, there's a SDK and an application, and also some API for you to integrate with your different system. In the middle, we have a core environment, commercial environment, and the service API, and also your own gateway. And the right-hand side is something the web portal for you. So our system, there's three layers. One is commercial, core, and value added and integration. I will share the details one by one. First, commercial layer is talking about how the SoftPOS application and how the back end, what we can provide to you and also your merchants to easier to using the SoftPOS and simplify all the operation process. For the core layer is mainly talking about the security and compliance. We need to fulfill the security and compliance, the PCI, EMV. So how we can do it as the SDK and also the application for you. The last one, what we always talk about the SoftPOS, but SoftPOS actually is a very good platform for you to integrate with others value-added service like the EKY, CKYB, loyalty program, or even if you have own business requirement or service. So here is the core. You can see the SDK, AMS, CMS. Commercial layer is all about the management system and also the portal for your merchants and your management. Value added, you can see some API and also some value added service for you. So first of all, the core component. The core layer, we can see the SDK, AMS, the attestation and monitoring service, and also cryptographic management. First, the SDK, what we put here is all the internal scheme, payment kernel, like Visa, MasterCard, JCB, Discover, UnionPay, and Amex, and also the PCI requirement, what we need to put all the security element on this. So you can fulfill all the security. And the other for the AMS, the attestation and monitoring. So you can support all the device and ensure all the application and the SDK and the application is in a security environment. So this attestation monitoring is keep checking is safe. And also the cryptographic management support all the key management, what we can do in our whole layer. Commercial component, you can see all the management system here. First one, the merchants management. For example, if your merchants, their manager, they can manage all the merchant profile, set up the fee, set up the risk, and also merchants onboarding flow, how the activation code we will share later on this, how we can activate the application. And the terminal management is just like what you're using, the TMS, but now it's used for the SoftPOS. And also the smart routing. We put the smart routing here for some of the customer if they don't have some routing feature in their payment gateway. So for example, if you can using the smart routing, depends on the industry, depends on the merchants, or even the international scheme, they can connect to route to different acquirer or even payment gateway. This is what we also supporting in our commercial layer. For SoftPOS, yes, this is the application what also we put in the commercial layer. For the SoftPOS, we're always talking about is not just for tap card. Also, we can support another payment like the QR code or even some e-wallet in our SoftPOS. So what we put here, the total solution, we can let you integrate using the API with your QR code payment. For the web portal also, there's a web portal you can log in the website and do all the management. For the VAS value-added service and integration, there's some API for you. If you have your own management portal, you can use an API to integrate. And also, if you have some POS system, you can also integrate with our SoftPOS application. This is also some kind of feature you can consider to put on your business feature. And also value-added service. We put some, we work with some partner to doing some value-added service for our customer. If you're interested on some value-added service providing to your merchants or those customer, this is something we can help you to consider as a value-added service for you. So why MineSec? There's 3 points you can consider. First one, we try to make for SoftPOS simple and intuitive. Okay, so we try to design everything for you. You can quick adaptation to your market and training, so you don't need any extra development. The second one about the security and compliance. For the SoftPOS, there's lots of certification and also the kernel, PCI, EMV. So all will be taken care by MineSec. You don't need to take care of any security and compliance. Only one certification you need to do is the level 3 certification. The last one, customizable and scalable. We support all our customers can be scalable for the SoftPOS project. For example, for the first phase, you can use the application model, and the next step you can also consider to using the SDK model if you want to develop your own one, or if you want to using the Visa MasterCard at this first one, the first phase, and the other scheme, the phase 2, we can also allow our customer to do this. So let's us to take a look about the UI and how the solution. So once your merchants to get the application from the App Store, they can download it and they can see the screen here like this. We understand that they don't want to using the username password and easier to operation. So we try to use the activation code and also a QR code to activate the application. So all the QR code and also the activation code, it can generate by the merchant's management portal from the manager, okay? And at the same time, once they activate the application, we also have a attestation and monitoring to checking the application and also the mobile to ensure it's safe. After activate the SoftPOS, you can see a screen to amount and picking up which payment method. This is something like you using the smart POS, but now it's using the SoftPOS in a non-absorbency device. So here, first of all, they can put the amount, and the next you can choose now, which first of all, to take the card first. After you choose the card, and then you can see a tab to pay image here, and then you can put the card or Apple Pay, Google Pay after the phone, behind the phone, and then using the NFC technology. Okay, if the transaction hit above the CVM limit, the PIN pad report, and then you can put all the PIN here and confirm to process the transaction. After this, you can receive handling. You can using the email, SMS, or some messenger, or even you can connect a Bluetooth printer to print it out. So what we can do, everything here is ready for you. And the second one, we also can connect the QR code. Now there's many QR code here. For example, the WeChat Alipay also we can connect. So we already have all the API for you to integrate with your own QR code here. After we process all the transactions, you can also do some review or transaction history searching. So here you can see a real transaction history, all the details, one by one, you can see the details and filter, and also view the total of the transaction. So for the settlement, also we can support on our SoftPOS. So it's also support the manual or even the automated settlement. You can set it here for your needs. So about the merchants portal, we are also ready for you. So all the merchants facing, you can search, you can log in our web portal to do the order management. So first one, what we talk about is merchants facing. You can search all the transaction and batch from the settlement history, and also you can handle all the receipt and report. And also we can do the remote trigger, void, refund, and settlement. There's also some device management. You can activate the device or deactivate the device, and also the role-based asset control. If there's some admin work or some another role you want to set up the feature, the support, you can also set here. The Acquire facing that you can also to connect your Acquire profile management to set up the acceptance limit and also the fee. And if there's some EMV configuration, you can also change here. And also there's some user and identify management and also the audit log for you to check the logging. So what I mentioned, this is a total solution and also the project timeline will be very short. So how is it? So the overall, the standard timeline is around two months. So first of all, we'll take care of all the UI update and talk with you and kick off the meeting and understand the gap analysis. So you will get back to us about the logo and how the UI you want to change, maybe the language, maybe the color you want to change. We can change it for you. And the second one will be the payment host message integration. We're using the ISO 8583, XML, or even the JSON, depends on your needs, to integrate with your payment host. After this, around one month, then we can go for the testing. You can have the L3 testing. At the meantime, you can also have some partner UAT. After like around 2 months, and then we can ready to launch and upload the application to publish it in the Play Store and also do some training and also the material for you. Then you can go for the market and let your merchants or customer to use the SoftPOS. So if you have any questions, feel free to put your Q&A box here and I will share the answer with you. Yeah, I got one question is about what hardware can our solution can support. At the moment, our solution can support the GMS or non-GMS Android mobile. So you can consider if the hardware is non-GMS, we can also support. And second one is about the hardware from the Huawei. The Huawei is not using the Android. So at the moment, we also can support it, the Harmony OS. So it almost cover all the hardware version or OS in the market. But for the iOS nowadays, it's only by the Apple. So that means our solution cannot support at iOS. If then you will be using the Apple solution. I got another question. Do you have all kernels worldwide? At this moment, we support all the international scheme. What I mentioned is Visa, MasterCard, UnionPay International, JCB, Discover Diner, and the Amex. So this is all the international scheme we can support. So I think it's supported worldwide. But if there's some kernels, it's something is supporting local kernel, we can consider to integrate with you. So it depends on your needs, and we can support you on this. And other question is there are kernels obtained for the fee from the payment scheme. No, all the kernel is about our solution. So it depends on how we discuss commercial and how we can support and what kernel you want to support on your region and business. So this is not about the payment scheme. It's about the mindset and what we discuss with you. Yeah. And other question is about if you already have the existing application, can we integrate with our solution? This is something is interesting because on our SoftPOS is application, but if you have like existing, if you are e-commerce, you most likely have your QR code application. So what we can do is what we call is an app to app. That means if your application wants to tap the card feature, and then we can launch our application to let your customer to tap the card. So that means if you have the existing application, you can also integrate with our SoftPOS Suite solution. Okay, so if you have any more questions, just feel free to contact us. We can have a call or we can share more about. Okay, got another. Do you have a queue for level 3 certification with the level 3 certifications? Most likely is conducted by our customer because it's talking about the solution and between the acquirers. So we can also support you to do the level 3 certification, but it's most likely this is something you need to do the certification with your acquirer, depends on which scheme. Yeah. Okay, if you have more question, just feel free to come with us and share your thought. Also, if you want to have a demo request, here there's a QR code. You can scan it and get the application on the App Store. And there's also the activation request. So you can request the activation code from us, and then you can experience the SoftPOS. Thank you so much today. And if you have, feel free to come with us, and we're happy to share more details about our solution and the SoftPOS. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you.